The ultimate reflection of real life in this manga is the despair that once someone crumbles, then nothing really can work. But it's true. I wonder if that was the Villain Alliance goal all along, to try to prove that without All Might you are defenseless, and that's why they unleashed High Endo. But who knows? This is Boku no Hero Academia 189. No, Endeavor is not dead yet. However, things is not so good anyway. As the reporters report, of course, the most despairing of all, and the fact that this reminds of Camino. Endeavor propels himself using his flames, even as he gets more hurt by High Endo, and they even begins to reflect, say the same thing about that this is looking like Kamano. In a taxi far away, Natsu and his sister, which is Todoroki's sisters, Shoto's siblings, asks to the computer in a way for his old man, why aren't you retreating? You cannot become like All Might. You have lost, so you abandoned your kids you didn't need and drove mom to the point of hospitalization. You give up already and get away from there. However, strangely enough, it's Fuyumi, the daughter, who says that there are things you can't accept, even if you understand why they're happening. He won't give up. He's the worst at giving out of anybody. And that is true. No matter how much he failed, Endeavor never tried to give up to become the number one hero. Granted, what he did to do that was extremely controversial, but still. In the end, Endeavor really was if there's one thing Endeavor really do have when it comes to being a true hero, is that he is a stubborn man that refuses to give up. As the people, of course, panic and all wonders what the true symbol is. Actually, and as also the other students watch the video and also begins to panic a little bit, and Eraserhead sees that too. Suddenly, a youngster screams. The same youngster that I think actually was scared of Endeavor showing a more polite side, and stop saying whatever the hell you want, which is actually just what the people need to hear. They shouldn't really just fuel on the despair of everything, and saying that right now the flames are still burning, and quit despairing over a symbol is no longer here, and look at the man who's giving all for our sake right now. I think that's the highest amount of praise anyone has ever given Endeavor, and even I have to give Endeavor praise for that. He is still fighting despite what is happening. And so Endeavor chases High Endo, but his flames, as a High Endo wonders if he has regeneration, but no, it's not that he has regeneration. It's the fact that he's using his firepower to propel him forward, and due to the fact that he's in constant pain, he will not pass out because it's so well, he is practically burning with pain. So we'll raise the power of everything even more, as he realizes that capturing High Endo is impossible, especially since that he could regenerate from a head injury. So he needs to surpass his reaction speed before he can heal. And the one who gives him assistance is none other than Hawk, as he says in the another thing that is unexpected. This seems to imply that Hawk actually was a fan of Endeavor, not All Might, because he mentions that All Might was the number one hero. However, according to him, no one actually did try to surpass him except Endeavor. They all accepted that All Might was All Might, the unbreakable and the ultimate. But Endeavor was the only one who actually tried to surpass him. And I think that's what. So maybe in the end, Hawk was a real fan of Endeavor, not of All Might, because he admired that Endeavor did the one thing no true hero did. He actually pushed himself forward to become the number one. But he did so many questionable things in order to try to be there. So he gives him assistance, saying that his feathers and can't help him with destructive power, but they can help him with speed, as he pushes his body forward, Endeavor's body forwards using his feather to raise his firepower. And so he gets in close and high endo with a very powerful fire punch. The question is though, is that gonna settle everything? My my feeling is no. But also, we won't get a chapter next week. Something about research, which is not good news, but hey, it is what it is. And I think in the end, the purpose of the Villain Alliance to unleash High Endo was not only to see if this superior Nomu worked well. I think maybe it was to spread panic. Maybe it's a distraction, who knows? But as I said before, as soon as one thing chaos happens, people immediately run in chaos and they become full of despair. That happens both in real life and in the My Hero Academia manga. Is it possible that Shiriaki's goal right now is to cause that, to prove just how powerless humans really are? I mean, the Villain Alliance is always trying to prove that the heroes are useless, protecting the innocent from harm, and this is the ultimate example. Anomu, who wasn't even well, he is a member of the Villain Alliance. Oh, sorry, but I meant more an artificial monster that is not a real life villain of the Alliance beating the number one hero, the one that shouldn't struggle against someone like that. You will just further prove just how dangerous the Villain Alliance is and how weak the humankind's hope is. But you give me a false if you have any.